Hello everyone, it's Isabel Emberscroll and welcome back to a new Star Stable video. We know the new Marley's Farm race is coming tomorrow and I decided to do a video on it of where the race could take us, because we know Marley's Farm is all about show jumping and the barrel racing. So it's kind of like, oh wait, we're getting a race. Where could it take us? Where will it start? Well, I was thinking, because they have added so many roads around Marley's Farm, one could be the start of the race and then one could be the finish. So it's kind of all hard to think of where it could start, but I'm going to try to explain it as much as possible because I'm still a little confused about it too. But I believe it is not going to be any of those but a new race, so at least that is one thing we know. They didn't give us any specific details of where it's going to start. We all know that it's going to start in Marley's Farm and go somewhere. So hopefully I'll explain this clearly and we'll see how right we are tomorrow. So without anything else, let's get straight into this video. The race is going to start around here and there's so many roads. There's that road, there's that way back there, and then we could start here. So, of course, the first thing of all is we're going to talk to Marley about it. Instead of saying the Marley's paddock track or barrel racing, is going to say, would you like to try out my new race, blah, blah, blah. So, I have drawn on the map a couple of possible ways that the race could go, and I'm going to start with the closest one and head to the farthest, which is less likely to be made into the race. But I believe it could start here at this wooden gateway right above here, like it happens in Steve's farm. And instead of going straight to do the barrel racing, we're going to turn left. There's going to be a ton of probably jumps and other stuff, but most likely jumps, and I believe that there's going to be some wooden crates of potatoes. So instead, there's one possible way, which could go up here and go lead around the other way and come all the way back down the other possible end. Or we could have in here a race, and maybe we'd have to dodge more potatoes because this feels like a potato field where he's growing potatoes. But this is one that's less likely to be made into it, which feels less accurate of a race of going into a potato field and racing. But it could be possible, and then maybe we could jump over the fence, and there's some jumping in there that we'd have to do, kind of like everyone's doing in Golden Leaf Stables or the other place that I forgot, but I'm going to show the other possible way, which was the one I showed you, where we'd go up here, go around this silo, and then end back up down by the other wooden gateway, which is the entrance to Marley's Farm. So this one is pretty good, having a pretty good chance of it going, and I actually like it having a cross country, because he has the jumping paddock track and then the barrel racing. So it's most likely that it'll be a cross country race with maybe a little bit of show jumping and barrel racing to give it a little bit of Marley's modern theme. And I bet there will be wooden crates or wooden boxes of potatoes in there right by the show jumping or the jumping wooden logs. I bet he's going to use those logs with barrels and potatoes. It just suits the whole Marley's thing together. So those are two ways. And then this one's not likely because this always starts off with the paddock, the show jumping paddock. But I was saying we could do like show jumping like in Golden Leaf Stables, and then we could either go out that way or that way. So like this one and then that one down, because there's two openings, and who knows, they might be useful for that race. One side's the exit, one's the entrance, so it could go out like this, and then we could go up that way and go around and back in and finish all the jumping. But that one is another maybe. But I like the first one, and then it goes up around that way. I just feel like that's more of a Marley's. The other one could possibly go like this road, but I don't think it's too far away. So I'm not even probably going to head into there because this is way too far from Marley's. So I'm going to start, instead of that one is way too far, so those two, and then I was thinking we could backtrack it and do the opposite. Instead of starting there, we could start up here and like start right there and then go through this and then go up this way and around the silo and back down that way. And then it's kind of like going the opposite way. Instead of starting from there and going around this way, it could start from right where I showed you and then around this way. That's kind of like another thing. So it would be like down this road and then turn left and go out through this way. Or maybe even enter into here and do some show jumping. So it could either end possible way, which would go through here and skip the paddock, or it could go through this road and go and do some jumping. That's what kind of like all I'm thinking. So I don't think it's going to have to do with anything with the potato fields because we don't have any obstacles to face. There's no tractors that are farming. So I'm just thinking like this part this way or this way, which I'm probably crossing a huge X off of this one. Probably only these two ways that could start. And plus, Marley is kind of the simple person to do like very easy tracks. Not like Steve, where you have to dodge some tractors in there. But anyways, it's kind of going to be simple. But maybe it'll add a twist to that challenge, and who knows, it might surprise us. But those are kind of like the ideas I've drawn, and you can see them on the map that I have up here of where they will all head off. It's just kind of like it'll go this way, and then it'll probably come back in this way, or it could start here and then go the opposite way and then go maybe this way, or go in here and do some show jumping. They could keep those up and we could just head into there. I like that idea of us starting from there, going all the way around, just doing the opposite. Then instead of going here, that's way too easy. I was thinking we should add some twists to it, and maybe they will, and start and head into this fencing area right here and then do some jumping. I just think that would be simple. If I can just, we could do like something potatoes themed, the great potato race, the great potato, something with potato theme. So I feel like they should keep this the same, just maybe add a little bit more or make it harder, and not do exactly like the Golden Leaf stables, the golden whatever, I forget all the names. Instead, it could be like the Great Potato, and we could have some potatoes. Of course, Marley needs some potatoes in the race. Comment down below which one thinks it's the most not confusing and the most one that sounds like Marley. But whenever he just adds potatoes to anything, it just makes it feel like it's Marley, because I guess he likes potatoes a lot. So those are the most accurate ways to start the race, and what I felt was most likely to come out. I did happen to like the last one, the Great Potato Race, and a mix of cross country. I mix that up all the time. It's a tongue twister, and show jumping mixed together. I think everyone needs to have that in Star Stable. It's just so fun to do when you're doing races and then you have a mixture of something else. I just think that is really creative. I am like inspired by it. I really love it, and I hope they come out with more of those in the future. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Also follow me on Instagram at Isabel Emberscroll, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!